Hello guys, so I'm wanting to share with you a few little corners that I have in the dealership that I decided to create some kinds of theme. And this is a Ferrari and Schumacher corner in homage to Ferrari and of course to Michael Schumacher. I'm really proud of his helmet that we have over here. Authentic autograph Ferrari helmet from Schumacher. We have his suit, we have the gloves, his pictures, when he actually won 7 times the F1 world champion. These are all really cool. So we have gloves, suit, helmet. Then where's the car? Well, guess what? Not yet, but I did myself a nice pleasure as I was able to put my hands on one of the Ferrari engines, one of the 3 Ferrari engines actually that was in season 2002. This is a 3-liter V10, and this engine, my friends, rev at 19,000 RPM. So this is the real deal. This was in the car. It actually was in the F1. This engine, just to give you an idea of price, you can basically buy an unifamilial house for that. So this is a very expensive piece, but it's absolutely amazing to be able to have that. We have this is actually custom that they did afterwards, because if you look at the picture of the car, we have over here the big air intake, and that piece here would be sitting over the top of the engine, right over basically, well, the other side, the helmet. So the air intake in the engine. So this came from Ferrari with all of the certificate, and this piece over here, which is very important to have. So this you keep in files, nice and clean, no caffeine. This is a beauty. And we still have the wooden crate in which they basically shipped the engine. So this is a really nice piece. For me, always have a nice smile when I actually go by here. And you know what? Schumacher was one of the best pilots ever, and let's remember him, okay? This here is my monster of an engine. For most of you guys know Nelson engines. They're like the gurus of American HP. I ordered this engine for a very specific car that I've been building now for 4 years and waiting for it. I just can't wait. I would love to hear from you guys, in what car do you think it's gonna go? Okay, that would be very interesting to see if you have a few ideas, or in which car would you put this engine. This is an engine that actually has 2 fuel cell in the back trunk. Half throttle 1,000, full throttle 1,300 horsepower. Oh yes, it's a beast, it's a beauty. I decided to bring it here in the showroom while the car was getting built. If you want, we'll just go to the 2nd floor and share with you some other of the goodies that we have here at OB Prestige. You know, we are obviously big fans of cars. We like to basically race our cars, and I thought it was important to have some pieces that in time would basically age well like cars, and also be helping us to remember the history of all of the big écuries, all of the big builders, car builders out there. So you know, we have the Renaults with the drivers. We have the Niki Lauda, this is pretty freaking cool, guys. Okay, with the Marlboro, we remember when he used to basically drive that. We have. So just enjoy, look at them, and they're beautiful pieces. Yeah. I love the way that they personalize their helmet. All of them are signed. This here is a little pellicule that we just put protective. So sorry, maybe it's not as clear as it should be. It's a bit foggy because we just put this here in the front, because sometimes people, they just touch. We don't like that when they touch. This here are a bit newer. We have this one here from Mercedes. Our friends from Bentley actually delivered that one when I got the GT3 car, I believe. I was able to put my hands on a few suits that are pretty cool as well. So we have Niki Lauda over here, which is one of, I mean, that guy did history. Gilles Villeneuve, for me, well, when I was a kid, I grew up with Gilles Villeneuve. Obviously, you guys know that the Montreal track, F1 track, Canadian track, is called Gilles Villeneuve after this great pilot that deceased, driving his car actually. Sebastian over here as well. So this is a nice corner. I use this area here, which is on the second floor, for some meetings. It's a nice atmosphere. It's good eye candies, and it creates, you know, it's part of the dealership. And this is for my tiger. Yeah, I have a wonderful cat. His name is Amadeus, and whenever we bring him to work, well, at least he has his little fun and toys and food and water fountain, and he's just a great, great cat. Yeah. That's a motorcycle which is actually belonged to one of my good friends. He was a motorcycle racer, not professional, but more just for fun. He bought this motorcycle, the Ducati 999R, which is quite rare. He kept it, like many of us, in his living room for so many years. He just loved it, would basically wake up and go to bed with it. Well, you know, going to bed with it is a question of if you anyways. So, and he said, you know, Obi, if there's one person to whom I would love to sell my motorcycle to, it's to you, because I know that it will be featured, shared with the right people, and he wanted us to have it here. So we brought it upstairs, and it's one of the first things that you see in the dealership, because we still have people that come here that likes motorcycles. One being Paul. Paul is a big motorcycle fan. So we have speed bikes. We have all of the the older Japanese bike. But when they first came to Canada, we have like many of those old Suzukis and stuff, which I feel that they're super cool. They bring a bit of nostalgia, a bit of heritage in the dealership. Are they for sale? Not really. Yeah, okay. Everything's for sale, I guess. Yep. And I'm going to let you guys come with me in my office. Let me just share you this corner, share with you this little corner that we have going on. This is a local guy that, a local artist. He just does this on his spare time, and he is a very, very talented person. And it just started that, you know, he just really enjoyed the dealership and visiting the dealership like this whenever he wanted. And he gave me, as a gift, a picture that he designed of my car. And some happy customers that just came in from out of town. They just loved visiting. And yeah, these are so cool. I think he wants to come in. Let's go and see what our friend wants. That's what we do. We're great people. We talk with them and just have fun. Yes, sir.
You dress cool too, man. That's why I had to tell you that in person.
Cheers, man.
Right.
Thank you for stopping by. Safe travels. That's so nice. And yeah, so I said, you know what? I love your work. And he just, the following week, he came with another one. The following week, he came with another one. I said, you know what? Let's put your art in display and for sale. If some people want it, let's go. And I give him half, and the other half I give to a local foundation. So why not? These are so cool. You know, this is a real race car. You need to remember that this car was in a race in 1960, was modified, and the air intake is actually full functional in the back. When I saw that car, I said, oh my gosh, I have to have it. It's like, is it for real? And you know what? I fit in it very, very well. It's super comfortable, and it's actually very, very enjoyable to drive. I'll actually show you guys that I'm able to get into it still. Check this out. So I just show people how to get it. So you think you don't get in, but you do. So once you're in, the only thing that I'm trying to figure out is, where am I supposed to put my helmet? Oh well. So this is not a car which is made for somebody that is more than 5'10", and I wonder if they used to have those little leather helmet back then. I mean, there's just no room. But you see that the seat is really backward and you're driving like this. Well, obviously you have to, or else you just don't fit in the car. But it wasn't a race. It's the original. I thought it was so cool. I had to have it. And it's here. Presently, we put it actually in the front showroom as our mini cars. And it just puts a smile on my face and puts a smile on people's face whenever they see that car. It's just great. And everything is functional in the car. Drives very, very well, by the way. This is just craziness. Go-Go Mobile. It's a 2-cylinder. You think it's like a vibrator. It's a German car. But what I want, here we go. What I want you guys to see. Okay, yes, I'm going to go in the car as well. But what I want you guys to, I want to show something to you guys. That was so more smooth because I have height. So, where's my gears? Come here. This here is the gears. Oh my gosh, no power shifting here, guys. You're just gonna rip the friggin' gear stick, the gear stick off the friggin' dash. This here is how you and overdrive. Seriously, this is so cool. So I'm super happy to have it. 1960. This was before I was even born. And this is part of the heritage. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but the wheels are like this. And when you sit in it, it goes like this. It's just amazing. Oh my God. Yeah, I think we literally, Max can take that car and freaking just shift it around. Yeah. Well, this is maybe not as old, but as fun. This is a real Mini Cooper, right-hand side driving. I actually bought this in an auction and signed by John Cooper. Really cool. And this, for me, it was a beautiful find from Maxime Bouladier, our head hunter, guy that does everything, Mr. Encyclopedia. He is so much better in giving you guys the details on all the cars, and actually he'll be featuring in some of our videos to really go deep in the details of the car in future videos. But this here is for me something that I always wanted. Renault Turbo. They used to have the Renault 5 Turbo. Son of a gun. They had those big, you know, big wings in the back, and this is the closest thing that I was able to find, and I feel that it's actually a better car. So you see how it stands. This is a car that was imported by a gentleman here in Quebec City that is like so meticulous. He's a freak, a maniac, exactly the kind of person you want to buy your car from. He basically takes so much pride in basically working on those cars and selling them perfectly. And obviously I'm the perfect buyer for that as well. And I have the sister coming and the brother coming. So when they come in, we'll share them with you. I can tell you that I have one, which is the big brother, which is a race version in yellow, which is like sick. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna bring it on the streets. We're not supposed to. I'm gonna put an X plate and we're gonna go for a spin because it's just way too cool to keep inside. What's an X plate? It's a dealer plate. So the X plate is a dealer plate. You can slap it on that. And if the police officer says, oh, you're not supposed to drive that, well, I was just driving to put some gas and come back. They're usually pretty cool with that. And you know, the people here, the police knows us, knows the dealership, and they respect us because we respect them. We don't do crazy stuff. This is my little man cave. This is my office where I really appreciate spending time. Lots of light, lots of height. This is the pictures that we actually did of the dealership 3D before the dealership was even created. And you can see that the result is as nice or nicer than what we had done by the architects. one of the pieces that I really enjoy having is my Ferrari wood steering wheel that I actually bought at the manufacturer. It's a numbered steering wheel, 02459. You have all of the attachments that you can actually use it on a car. This is nice, you know, it's just like part of the history. Let me introduce you to my friend Sherlock. Sherlock is one of my new acquisitions from an artist that I really like, Nano Lopez, a gentleman from Colombia that is now working out of Washington. These are bronze, but they're so much more than bronze. You know, they started with bronze, then he started to add some numbers, some gear sets, all kinds of stuff, flowers, letters, and they just have lots of style, and they all have their very, very unique stories. Leonardo is my new lion. He's so cool. Sorry there, bud. Sorry. Yeah, I love you too. This is my good luck charm. He protects us. Thanks, man. Leonardo is so cool. Just basically finished a session of playing guitar. His friend the rabbit is hitching a ride. And back home I have Bobby, which is Bobby the elephant. And Bobby actually carries all of those guys on his back. He's the big man, and they're just pieces that are so interesting because when you get to see them, you can actually just watch them, and it's endless. You see, those are the gears, and you have all kinds of little mentions. It's like, wow, beautiful. And I had the chance to meet Nano Lopez a couple of times. He's an artist, but very proactive, very out there in his galleries and stuff. And I have Davian because I'm all about dragons. Dragons have a special meaning for me. And I have baby Davian, but now I'm getting Davian, which is like this tall. It's like man size and even more. And this is a very special production that he's doing, and I got one. And I just can't wait to basically share it with you because it's nice stuff. So anyways, my little power nap chair. Oh yeah, trust me, this is part of my secret performance ritual. Work hard, play hard, but you know what? We need to recharge a battery. I actually just did a little 15-minute power nap just before chatting with you guys. And it's needed, you know, we do like crazy hours. I go to the gym hard 5 times a week, an hour. If you want to be able to finish your day strong at 52 years old, this is part of the formula. So this is it. Another beautiful day. I wanted to share those few little things that very rarely I actually have people in my office. If you go in my office, it's either to do good business or you did something wrong. No, I'm not that kind of guy. So I appreciate you taking the time for watching us. Like, comment, subscribe. Do know that we take time to basically read your feedback, and we really appreciate that. Okay? Cheers, guys. Chop, chop.